Now on WRDE Coast TV.
This pallet village in Georgetown is right down the street where there is contamination in the soil. Why officials say there's no need for people to be concerned.
And there's still some drizzle and light rain to deal with for tonight, but tomorrow we'll have a forecast that's going to be a lot brighter and a lot drier.
To work, how a nonprofit is going to help seniors with home repairs.
This sign at Cape Henlopen State Park lists ways people can protect themselves from ticks. Learn other ways you can prevent tick bites before heading outside.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
Contamination right by a community for the less fortunate. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Britt Leone filling in for Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. The Georgetown Pallet Village is celebrating 6 months today.
While that project is celebrating success, another is working to fix a decades-old problem. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us what's being done to make sure everyone in Georgetown is safe.
3, 2, 1.
An unveiling and ribbon cutting today in the Pallet Village. The neighborhood of tiny homes is celebrating 6 months of giving the homeless an address. But right down the street, problems lurk below the soil. Georgetown Mayor Bill West says the problem has been known about for years.
I can remember the old laundromats. I can remember the old oil companies. And if they had a spill, they had a spill.
The EPA is investigating a site on nearby Railroad Avenue that has been contaminated. The agency says it believes an old dry cleaners dumped their solvents in the ground, which also got into the town's groundwater.
We're a product of old things that happen. And now I don't want to move backwards with them, but I want to move forward to make things better for the people of Georgetown.
West says the town has no water issues and claims the water is safe to drink. But that contaminated soil is still there. Judson Malone with the Springboard Collaborative said he didn't know about the contamination, but he is not worried about it.
Ground contamination is rampant. It doesn't, flow everywhere. So I trust the EPA and I trust the town. And I think it's, and the fact that they are going to do something about it, to remediate the site, is good news.
An organization looking to dig into old problems to create a safer future. There is a community meeting to discuss this contamination here at First State Community Action Agency on August 15th. I'm Charles Reinert reporting in Georgetown, Coast TV News.
We're taking a live look into Rehoboth Beach with our new Boardwalk Plaza camera. It's a bit of an overcast evening. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Britt and Maddie. Look, we're basically coining a new phrase here. We have sprinkle and drizzle, so we're going to call it sprizzle. We're dealing with sprizzle right now. And it's going to stick around at least for the next couple of hours, but it will clear before the night is done. Right now, we're holding at 71 degrees, Rehoboth, 70 in Bethany Beach, 74 Millsboro, and in Redden, 73 degrees currently in Georgetown. Outside, we take a look in dry deck and camera, and there's sprizzle there as well. This has been the situation throughout the entire viewing area. And as you take a look at the latest radar rendition, you can see down towards Fenwick Island and Selbyville, reaching down towards Golf Club Shores and down towards George Island Landing. All this is relatively light precipitation that's making its way, and it's really not making a significant impact. And we have the stationary boundary that's well to our south, so it won't continue to be a problem for us because it's kind of sinking its way to the south and out of the way. But coming up this weekend, we're looking brighter, we're looking drier, till we get to Monday. Now, we're going to need to talk about Monday because that chance of rain has gone up, and we could see a thunderstorm or two. But for right now, back to you, Britt.
Thank you, Paul. Part of the kitchen at Hooper's Crab House in Ocean City caught fire yesterday, and now it's time to repair. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us what the Ocean City staple restaurant is doing in the aftermath.
Last night here at Hooper's around 8 p.m. during the dinner rush, the owner tells me they smelled something weird within the restaurant. They soon found out it was a fire in the walls of the kitchen. They had to evacuate everyone, and the owner says she's glad that it wasn't worse.
Everybody was evacuated calmly, nobody panicked, and we had to close down naturally. And our staff waited for hours out on that parking lot to be able to come back in and help clean up this entire restaurant. So the support that we've had from other restaurants has been overwhelming.
Although there is damage to the kitchen, the owner says they're fixing it in a timely manner. They're closed today, but Hooper should be back open for business tomorrow. In Ocean City, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
A new program with Habitat for Humanity is bringing more help to seniors in need of home repairs. The nonprofit is used to building homes from the ground up, but fixing existing homes can take fewer materials and ultimately help Habitat reach more people in need. About $2.5 million from a federal grant will allow the program to run for 2 years across the state. Portia Miller is just one senior living in Lewis that relies on help from Habitat for maintenance, like replacing stairs.
My concern was the steps, and they repaired the steps. Our old steps were very narrow, and they were also very steep, and they were not safe. And our new steps were very wide, plenty of room, and my husband has no fear of falling now.
If you are in need of repairs in your home, applications will start to be accepted and reviewed come October.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what do you think will help low-income seniors with their finances? Let's take a look at the updated results from the last news hour.
It's a kind of a mixed bag we've been seeing so far. All of the above is still the majority, though everything has a little bit of a vote. Financial aid, a lot of people saying just give financial aid and that's simply enough.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at WRDE.com or on the mobile app. We'll show you the updated results later in the newscast.
Marijuana continues to be a hot topic on the coast. Rehoboth commissioners meet Monday to consider regulations that would ban the production and sale of marijuana within the city. Commissioners are also considering banning marijuana use in outdoor settings and smoking areas. If this ordinance is passed, Rehoboth Beach will be another coastal community, joining Dewey and Ocean City and more in banning marijuana sales.
Delaware Governor John Carney will sign 2 bills this Monday, revamping the Law Enforcement Bill of Rights. The legislation Carney will sign are House Bills 205 and 206. According to the state, House Bill 205 would transparency by requiring public disclosure of certain findings against officers. It would also mandate sharing of certain reports with defense attorneys and other reforms. And House Bill 206 would create the Police Officer Standards and Training Commission. Officials say those eligible to be on it would have been impacted by the criminal justice system.
DelDOT is converting a two-way stop sign to an all-way stop sign in Seaford in just 2 weeks. DelDOT says the two-way stop sign on Woodland Ferry Road and Bethel Road will be changed on August 16th with new pavement markings. The work will start at 9 a.m., go until 3 p.m. Officials say workers will be on site to direct drivers at the intersection.
A portion of the Georgetown-Lewis Trail is expected to temporarily close next week for weed control. DelDOT officials say they will be spraying herbicide to help control the vegetation. DelDOT says the part of the trail on Fisher Road to Savannah Road will be closed starting at 6 p.m. on Monday, the 7th. That closure will go through the next day until 5 a.m.
A warning for those who opt outdoors. Ticks are on the rise. Experts warn the trend may continue if certain conditions persist. Meteorologist Jeanette Gallardo sheds light on the contributing factors to the surge and has tips to protect yourself from dangerous tick bites.
Delaware state parks are a great place to spend the day surrounded by nature, but hikers have to remain vigilant of pests, especially ticks. Jeffrey Lee, visiting with his family from Arlington, Virginia, had a close encounter.
One of my sons recently had a tick bite and started developing a rash with a ring around it, and we had to take him to the pediatrician and get him on antibiotics.
To avoid tick bites, use insect repellent on your skin and clothes. Stay away from tall grass and stick to the center of main trails during outdoor activities.
One thing that may be responsible for the uptick in ticks that we've seen this season is the mild winter that we had, along with the warm summer that we're experiencing.
A hard winter can help to suppress tick numbers, and unfortunately our winters are skewing towards the more milder and shorter variety these past few years. And so the tick population doesn't really take as big a hit as it would have in the past.
More ticks means more danger and more reason to take extra precautions.
Learning from that experience, we're definitely cautious around looking for ticks when we're going outside or coming in from the trail.
You don't have to stop enjoying the outdoors, but following simple rules can help keep you and your family safe. In Cape Henlopen State Park, I'm meteorologist Jeanette Gallardo, Coast TV News.
Now, listen to this. I was not aware. Dr. Kennedy advises that if you are bit by a tick, well, remove it immediately. But this was news to me. Keep it in the freezer to identify the species so you can see the level of concern you might have with that certain tick. To learn more, you can visit our article on WRDE.com.
Starting Monday, you can get current results of the 50th annual White Marlin Open Fishing Tournament on Coast TV News. We're going to show you the competition in all of our broadcasts, and you can also stream the coverage on our mobile app.
We are just getting started.
The Lewis Farmers Market is moving its location, but don't worry, it's only for this Saturday. Coming up, where you can still go to get your fresh produce.
And here's what it looks like outside, courtesy of our tunnel razor camera. We have a lot of sprizzle that's happening right now. What's sprizzle? I'll explain what I mean by that word.
This house in western Sussex County was struck by a tornado. The history of the tornado events on Delmarva, many that have come across the coast. We're back in just 60 seconds.
Farmers Bank of Willards and Delmarva Sports Network want to congratulate this year's Scholar Athlete Award winners. We are incredibly proud of your work on and off the field. These awards are made possible by Farmers Bank of Willards.
Athletic excellence and academic excellence can be married together in a way that makes this community a better place. We love supporting the local schools, the local athletes. They are our future, so that's why we wanted to participate in the program.
Good luck in your next chapters, future leaders.
J. Con Scott. J. Con Scott. Fine furniture and new location interiors on Route 1, Rehoboth Beach.
3 years ago today, Delmarva was dealing with the aftermath of our largest recorded tornado outbreak following the passage of Hurricane Isaias.
Many people have had that feeling that tornadoes have become much more common here along the coast. Our meteorologist Alex Seymour breaks down Delmarva's tornado history and spoke to experts to determine if this perceived uptick is something we should worry about.
This Ring doorbell camera footage captured April 1st in Ellendale shows lawn furniture being pulled in, shingles being torn off, and then eventually an entire garage being destroyed in seconds, all due to the deadly EF3 tornado that struck western Sussex County.
It's funny, April Fool's, right? You know, funny joke. And she said, no, your house is gone.
These scenes of devastation have become an increasingly familiar sight across Delmarva since 2015. In 2019, Laurel fell victim to a powerful EF2 tornado which mangled homes and shredded trees as it moved through.
It was just terrible, and I was just screaming because I thought any minute the whole house was just going to blow away. I was very frightened.
In 2020, Delmarva saw the tremendous outbreak of tornadoes during Isaias, which pulled a home off its foundation in Mardella Springs and downed trees and tore apart homes in Milford, Stockton, and Dover. Tree branches littered people's yards and even shattered glass on a front door of a home in Milford in 2021. And entire homes and a Del-Dot yard were destroyed in Greenwood through Ellendale this past April. These are just a few of the 28 tornadoes from the past 8 years. It seems as if these tornadoes are stronger than ever, but according to the National Weather Service, that may not actually be the case. The growing population here could be contributing.
Increase in development. So if you have more things that are in harm's way of a tornado, there's more damage indicators, and so there's more of a risk that we could see damage that we just wouldn't have seen if it was, an undeveloped area.
We're now averaging just over 3 tornadoes a year since 2015, a nearly 55% increase over the average between 1950 to 2014. But meteorologists say it's difficult to know if this increase is truly significant.
It may be the generational event. It could actually be becoming more frequent, but when you're looking at something that you only have a handful of cases on record, it's really hard to tell what the true frequency of them are.
Delmarva has seen tornadoes every season, leaving people like Stacy Warrington with a newfound understanding of Delmarva's very real tornado threat.
When the warning comes across, don't take it as a joke or take it lightly. You know, I've always thought, oh, you know, I used to like watching storms all the time, and you always think, oh, tornadoes don't happen in Delaware, and you just kind of shrug it off, and yeah, they happen in Delaware.
Whether an uptick is occurring or not, everyone should still remain prepared for severe weather in the future. One way to remain prepared is to have a family safety plan. That means you and your family members know where to go in the event that a tornado warning is issued. I'm meteorologist Alex Seymour in Ellendale, Coast TV News.
And another thing you can use to help yourself is to be sure you download our app, because we can also be sure to give you every warning that's available right then, right there, to give you a quick warning as to what's going on. Your full forecast is coming up next.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose one of 5 flavors for endless combinations, including new Nashville Hot. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Monday at 4 on Coast Life, unlock secrets to the perfect summer tea brew. Discover the life-saving importance of CPR. And meet Delaware Habitat Guardians, preserving nature for the future. Coast Life, Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
Looking for an affordable solution to remodel your kitchen? Look no more. Paul Davis will update your kitchen with no mess, no tear out, and complete it in days, not weeks. Our certified installers add 5 layers of hardwood over your cabinets and change the doors and drawers to match. Plus, we are so confident in our product, we include a lifetime warranty. We're extending our anniversary sale through August 31st. Let's celebrate with 20% off your kitchen project and no payments until 2024. Imagine this. Before, after. Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling, we are the difference makers.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Make dinner good tonight with Hardee's new chicken tender platters. Crunchy, juicy tenders, all dipped in buttermilk and hand-breaded. With a thick slice of garlicky Texas toast, seasoned crinkle fries, slaw, and choice of sauce. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
Today it's been about a lot of drizzle, a lot of light rain, and a few sprinkles. So the combination of them all, we've come up with a nice, interesting word to help you visualize what we've been dealing with, and we'll start using it on a consistent basis. I've come up with sprizzle. Sprinkle, drizzle, yeah, and all that light rain. So that's what we're dealing with. This is what I think sprizzle would look like. It's not necessarily falling rain, but we have a lot of hovering moisture, as well as, a bit of a foggy feel to it. Now, here's what it looks like on radar at this present time. We can see the scattered showers that are really beginning to more so make its imprint near the Ocean Pines area. Now, over here towards Dorchester, just as a quick note, we do have a flood statement. A coastal flood statement. It's active for us for Elliott and Wingate, Nanticoke, and those areas, because they're low lying, and that's going to stay in effect until, let's say, Saturday morning. And then we've had a small craft advisory that was activated for the Chesapeake Bay area, but now that's expired. We've had about a 1/4 inch of rain for us in Ocean City, and that's not a lot of rain considering how long we've had the sprizzle that's been over this entire area, and that's been the case. Now, water temperature has been notoriously high in some areas and even record high in some. But for us, it's actually been just a tad cooler compared compared to other areas. We're at 72 for the water temperature near Lewis, but 73 out with the buoy there. But then as you take a look over towards Chesapeake Bay, you can see it's at 81 degrees. Interesting situation. We're going to keep monitoring that because that's a little bit related to the El Nino effect. As you take a look at our current temperatures, we're at 71 in Rehoboth, 70 in Bethany Beach, 74 in Redden, Billsboro, and 71 in Selbyville. For this evening and the rest of the overnight period, we're going to see cloud cover beginning to break a bit for us. So we'll start to see the sprizzle spread out and get out of the way just in time for your weekend going into Saturday morning. 9 o'clock, we will see some scattered clouds in place for us, but it won't cause a massive problem. We'll start off mostly cloudy, then we'll end up with partly cloudy skies for your sunrise yoga cast with mostly cloudy skies by 10 o'clock. Now, we'll pick up at 10 o'clock with our future cast, 70s along the shore and the inland areas. You'll notice by lunchtime, we'll have a shift of the winds, and then we'll have the temperatures in the 80s. As we go into, let's say, Sunday, we're looking more in way of sunshine. As far as the mugginess is concerned, looks like our mugginess will go on to increase for Monday, then drop dramatically from Monday because that's when the rain will hit. The winds are pushing out to the south. We'll start off with the rain in Kent County. Then it'll spread everywhere by lunchtime on Monday. Then after that, it gets out of here and stays to our north. Here's a look at your forecast for tonight. Sprizzle ending and clouds clear out. Tomorrow, 86. And Sunday, 87. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Once again, that rain kicks off on Monday.
Thank you, Paul. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources is considering changes to its fishing regulations that officials want you to be aware about. According to the department, the proposed changes include clarifying the 300 crab pot limit in Maryland's coastal bays, requiring all recreational anglers to report bluefin tuna, billfish, and swordfish that they catch to comply with the Catch Card Census program's reporting and tag requirements, and requiring anglers to use barbless hooks when fishing in all catch and return trout fishing areas and delayed harvest fishing areas during the catch and return season.
The Lewis Farmers Market will be at the Lewis Elementary School this Saturday. Now, despite the location change, some good news. All Tomato Festival activities will go on as planned. That market starts at 8.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Welcome to sports, where rivalries still don't matter so long as money gets in the way. Oregon and Washington are set to become the 4th and 5th programs to leave the Pac-12 in the past 13 months. The Ducks and Huskies will join USC and UCLA in an East Coast exodus to the Big Ten. The conference name was already a misnomer with 14 schools, and these two universities would bring that total to 18 by the start of the 2024 football season. Both Oregon and Washington were charter members of the Pac-12 since 1915. Meanwhile, Arizona has been admitted to the Big 12. The deal is not yet finalized, but the Wildcats appear ready to join Colorado as the second team to leave the Pac-12 for this conference. At this time, the Big 12 is also pursuing Arizona State and Utah to make the move. The Big 12 extended media rights deals with both ESPN and Fox 2 years early, a major incentive with the Pac-12's Apple TV media deal still in limbo. But some feel-good news tonight from Purdue Stadium. The Shorebirds, they're retiring Ryan Miner's number 44 as he continues his fight with colon cancer. Hear from the family on DSN at 10:30 tonight.
Rural communities are on the front lines of a changing climate. Farmers can implement climate-smart practices that improve soil health, nutrient management, and energy efficiency. These practices improve our profitability, resiliency, and help to open new markets.
We know voluntary conservation works and are committed to working with farmers and forest landowners to leverage resources to increase climate resiliency through conservation practices. To learn more about climate-smart practices, scan this QR code to find your local USDA service center.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Even the most fun things take preparation. As you go about your summer, be prepared to keep COVID-19 in check. Get vaccinated or boosted when eligible. Stay home and get tested when sick. Tested positive? Get treatment. It works best if taken early. Consider masking up in crowded indoor places or if you're at higher risk for illness. Keep the fun in summer. Keep COVID-19 in check.
Discover your future with Sussex Tech Adult Education. We offer registered apprenticeship and health profession programs and much more, which will prepare you for everything you need to succeed in your new career, providing hands-on experience with classes taught by professionals from every industry. Sussex Tech will assist our graduates in finding their new career opportunity. To learn more about how you can earn your professional credentials that can change your life, check out Sussex Tech Adult Education online.
Your future is waiting for you at Sussex Tech Adult Education.
Jay Leno and Kevin Eubanks.
But I'll tell you what, Kevin's going to give you $100, right, Kev?
Bring their own twist to a TV classic.
Let's play You Bet Your Life!
If I come home broke, my wife gonna kill me.
It's all fun and games.
Weekdays at 11:30 on WRDE Coast TV.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Time to take one more look at our Coast TV poll. We want to know what you think will help low-income seniors with their finances. Take a look at the results. The final toll for today is all of the above, though financial aid has second place there. If you haven't voted yet, you can do that at WRDE.com or the mobile app, and we'll have updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
Coming up new on Coast TV News at 11, money to help fix one shoreline in Maryland, what the grant will do for the environment, that story and more on Coast TV at 11.
Here's a look at your radar at this present time. We see scattered showers making its way throughout the extreme southeast corner of Sussex County. Just really light drizzle to sprinkles. That's what we're expecting for the rest of this evening, but it shouldn't last the entire evening, by the way. But we're looking at those sprinkles to continue to hit us down towards Golf Club Shores and their Ocean Pines. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. 50% chance rain for Monday. Now, these won't be sprinkles. These will be the real deal with those storms, and then much stormy weather next weekend.
Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a wonderful evening.